Hey everybody, I'm Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group, and I'm so thankful that you're here watching our real estate market update. We're going to take a look at what happened in September. We're going to answer some of the questions that we're getting, which is the market shifting at all? We've been sitting in a very, very strong seller's market. Is there any hope of this moving into a buyer's market or even a neutral market? We're going to look at that. Okay. We're going to also take a look at pricing. Okay. Where is the pricing? Are we still seeing rises in pricing for homes that have sold? And moreover, are we still seeing the new listings coming up at higher prices, which would be a future indicator? And if you hang out with me until the end, I am going to offer you some goodies that are going to be helpful in your journey as a buyer or a seller. So hang out with me until the end. And right now, let's get super smart about your local real estate market in northern New Jersey. So I'm going to share my screen so I can show you guys what I'm looking at here. And I start with how many homes have sold just to get an idea of where the market momentum is. And you could see in Bergen County, we've been trending consistently with less homes sold over 2023, which is the blue line, and 2022, which is the black line. So here you can see that for the last 12 weeks in the same period last year, we're selling less homes. And why is that? Demand, inventory, affordability. Let's see. Or maybe it's that sellers are pricing their houses on the high side and the buyers are kind of waiting for those prices to adjust. And that's why maybe the homes there's not enough homes selling. So they're not the same amount of homes selling, it's less homes sold. So let's take a look at why we think that's going on. So that is homes sold in Bergen County. Now let's take a look at the same information in Passaic County. We have fabulous real estate agents that can help you in both of these counties and more, but I do want to focus on Passaic and Bergen so that if you're a buyer or a homeowner in those areas, you can understand what's going on in your market. So here you could see homes sold in Passaic County. They actually started trending a little bit more. They saw a little bit more homes sold. And the reason that is more inventory actually came to the market in Passaic County than Bergen County. And as soon as that inventory came onto the market, it was sort of gobbled right up. Now, let's take a look at what prices they were gobbled up at, right? So let's take a look at that pricing. Now, you could see even when more inventory did hit the market for Passaic County, everything that was selling above last year. So is there an affordability issue? Yes. Is it affecting the prices going up? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. So we're still seeing prices continuing to rise even when more inventory hits the market. That is a big thing I'm saying, because that's showing you that it looks like we still have too few homes and too many buyers, right? So too many buyers chasing too few homes, which is why even though the interest rates have sort of remained on the high side, you're continuing to see prices rise. Right? It's an inventory issue. So 6% is where those prices are rising in Passaic County. Let's take a hop over to Bergen County and see if the same thing holds true. So let's go back to Bergen County. So Bergen County's median sales price has also been trending way above the year prior. And you could see this was, it was trending at least at 10% and all the way, it got as high as I think 16%. But here we go. And as of the end of September, Bergen County is trending close to 8% in median sales price. So above the same time last year, 8%. I will stop for a moment. And if you're a buyer or a seller and you want to do a deep dive on the timing of the market, because you could see here, this is basically a graph or chart that shows pricing, right? And, you know, there's some consistencies here where pricing gets high and pricing is slightly lower. Remember, you're taking a look back. The stuff that's selling here happened maybe 65 days ago on average, because think about the life cycle of a sale, right? The house goes on the market, then it gets an accepted bid, then it has to go into contract or escrow, and then all the contingencies get met, and then it sells. So that time frame is on average about 60, 65 days. So when you're looking at homes that are sold, you're looking backwards, which may or may not be the best way to look at what's going to happen, right? Because it may or may not stay the same, right? Homes may or may not continue to appreciate. And also, if you're looking at this data for comparables, you're also looking at backwards information. So if you want to do a deep dive on your specific situation, just comment strategy down below and we will reach out to you and set up a one-on-one strategy session with you. So what I want to do now is hop over to listing price to sale price, average list to sale price. Why am I looking at this? Well, this helps us understand how strong the demand is, right? If a house is selling above its ask price, then we know that there's more demand. If houses are selling above its ask price more than the same time last year, we know there's more demand and that trend is continuing. So this is showing us that yes, on average, the houses are absolutely selling for more than their list price. And they're also showing us that, this is saying that essentially we're selling for about, 4% more than we did last year. So it's showing us that the demand is very strong and that when that house goes and sells, it is on average selling higher than its list price over last year. So those are demand indicators, high demand. So that is Bergen County. Let's see if we can see that same demand in Passaic County. I tend to get caught up in the details here, but what I want you to see is, okay, this is interesting. So you're still selling in Passaic County above the list price. So that's selling above the list price. That's 1.05. So that's telling us that on average houses are selling above the list price, but it is telling us that it's slightly down from where it was last year, So what are we seeing in Passaic County? Well, I think I'm going to remind you guys, there's a lot of different towns in Passaic County. So text strategy down below so we can do a deep dive into the specific town you're looking at and even the specific price point you're looking at, because price points tend to happen differently. All right. So that's an interesting one. We're going to keep an eye out on that one. All right. What I want to move to now is more forward-looking indicators. And the way that we look at forward-looking indicators is we start with new listings. So what does that mean? It's telling me what kind of inventory we have coming to market. We really can't sell it. You can't buy it unless it's hitting the market. So we want to take a look at new listings. So you could see in Passaic County from the beginning of the year, we have had more inventory than we did the year before. Do you see that? That's that yellow line. We had more, but remember you guys, we're coming off of having basically very little. We've had very little inventory. So even when we have more inventory than last year, we're still coming off of having absolutely no inventory. So just because we have more than last year doesn't mean we have enough. That's what I want you to keep in mind. So you could see here, we have 2.5% more inventory than we did last year in Passaic County. All right, now let's take a look at what's going on with Bergen. For the exact same information. And we can see in Bergen, that's not Bergen County. Let's take a look at Bergen County. I don't know where that county is. All right, sorry. In Bergen County, New Jersey. So here you could see that Bergen County, although we have in different, we kind of were following the exact trend line for 2023, and we did not have enough inventory. You guys, we are boots on the ground. We're talking to buyers. We did not have it. And there are many reasons why we did not have the inventory, which I will, hit on in a minute. But you can see here you go. Right now we're at the end of September. We are finally getting ahead of last year. And let's see if that is actually translating into more pending sales, which it is. So I'm going to go back, you guys. What I'm showing you here, and this is a big one, is that we are seeing Bergen County more inventory, right? More inventory. What does that mean? Are we moving into a buyer's market? Are we going to have more inventory than we need? More inventory than we can sell? And of course, is that going to affect pricing? The best way to look at that is to see if those homes are getting gobbled up. So now look at pending sales. Pending sales is actually, there's 15% higher pending sales in Bergen County. I'm going to go back quickly. And there's only 11.3% higher new listings. So we're looking at continuing, and this is an answer to one of the questions, to be in a very high demand cycle here, a very strong high demand cycle. And what happens when we have too many buyers chasing too few homes? And even when new inventory is hitting the market, it's getting under contract and getting sold, right? So that's a big one, you guys. We don't know, of course, what those homes are going to sell for. The best indicator of what those homes are going to sell for is by looking at the prices that the homes are coming on the market for. So what are those sellers deciding to do? Are they dropping their prices slightly, or are they being really aggressive? We can see here in Bergen County, we are still seeing listings go up on average, or the median new listing price is still going up by 8.46% more than it did the same time last year. It is really hard when you're a buyer and you've been waiting, and the cost of waiting is very real, you all. So I would say, here's my advice. Don't wait. Don't wait. I don't think there is a good, I think it's when the market's proven that waiting is probably not a great idea. I have one specific thing. It's like, you might be buying at the top of the moment, but you're not necessarily buying at the top of the market, right? Or think about it like, as long as you're going to sit in that house for the next real estate cycle, like the high of this market is the low of the next real estate cycle. So you kind of have to remember pricing goes like this. I'm off my screen. Pricing goes like this. It goes up, right? It might go like this, but it goes up. So as long as you're going to stay in that house long enough, you're going to be absolutely fine to realize a gain. Because historically, real estate does go up somewhere between 3 to 4% a year. That's been the trend. Okay, so let's take the same look at where we were here for Passaic County, and I'm going to go back and show you guys the same thing. So we could see here in pending sales for Passaic County. So we have less pending sales than we did in 2023. Okay, less pending sales than we did in 2023. And now let's take a look at what those prices were coming in at. So prices are still coming in higher, 9.87% than they were last year. Let's take a quick look at what this means in homes. Median sale price. We just looked at that. So let's take a quick look at the average list to sale. We could see. So you do have a little bit of an interesting situation going on in Passaic County, right? So you have the average list to sale is a little bit lower in Passaic County. You also have active listings in Passaic County coming down. Here, active listings are coming down in Passaic County. And you also are going to now, but the thing is, you still see in Passaic County that the new listings that are coming to market very, very high. Much right here. See that? Sorry, that's new listings. The new listing price point is coming pretty high right here, 9.87%. So let's see if their price drops are just as high. Price drops are typically a really good indicator. Yeah, a really good indicator of homes, of a seller being a little bit aggressive in pricing. So you could see, look at this, you guys. So you could see here's that yellow trend line for Passaic County. You could see what's happening here. There are more and more price drops, more and more price drops. What does that mean? Well, it still means that we are, let me just show you this. Active listings with price drops 2.1%. What does that mean? Before the pandemic, the normal percentage of active listings that would take a price drop was closer to 20%. So even though you're seeing more listings with a price drop, you're nowhere near where you were. Now, is it still an indication of something? Yeah. What's an indication of? Well, it's an indication that it looks like the sellers are being a little aggressive and they are making adjustments to get their houses sold because you have more price drops here in Passaic County. And you are, let me go look at what your pending sales are too in Passaic County. Hold on. Yeah. So you're still seeing much more pending inventory, pending sales. So you have pending sales up in Passaic County by 10%. And then you have new listings. New listings are only up 2.5%. So here's what I'm seeing in Passaic County, and I'm going to just focus here for a second. What I am seeing in Passaic County is that you have sellers being a little too aggressive with their price points. However, once that price drops, buyers are buying, and they're buying very, very fast, and they're eating up every single piece of inventory because you have more things in pending than there are new listings coming up, more things in pending than you, so the momentum of the buyers is still very, very, very strong. What you might want to do is just recognize that there are homes that are coming onto the market that are being priced incorrectly. And I don't know, I guess sellers are entitled to decide to figure that out for themselves. Okay. So back to you guys. Oh, I'm here. So I just want to hit on something for you, whether you're a home seller, whether you're a buyer. The reason why we have overall too many buyers chasing too few homes is there's a few different reasons. Number one, we are not able to build our way out of the shortage of inventory. New Jersey in particular does not have a lot of dirt, a lot of land build opportunities. So builders are in this to make money, right? They are not going to build just to fix the supply and demand issues. So what does that mean? It means that the burden of the shortage of housing falls on resale homes that are already there. Now, let's go to that. What is a resale home? A resale home is somebody who lives in a house, like I'm in my house right now, and they're going to go sell their house. Now, what is going on with the people that own their homes? Okay. Well, most of them are locked into mortgage rates that are significantly less than the current mortgage rates. So when they sell their home, they're also giving up an extremely affordable mortgage rate, which is, of course, a huge advantage and hedge on inflation, right? So they're reticent to give up that rate. And that's kind of been causing this housing gridlock. Because the sellers don't want to give up that rate. So that is what I call the housing gridlock, or I call it the golden handcuffs, but that's been huge. The other thing I want everybody to understand is that we have a huge patch of first-time home buyers who are the number one buyer in the country, and that's the millennial buyer. And the millennial buyer was hitting the market, the scene, probably like 2013, 2014. And so we have a lot of demand, you guys, a lot of demand. And homeowners are staying in their houses longer, they're aging in place, and they're locked into these super low rates. And the builders are not going to build just to help get us out of the shortage of inventory, right? So, and also we're creating a lot of unlikely landlords. There are people who own their home and their rates are so low that it makes more sense for them to keep it and rent it than to go ahead and sell it. And lastly, what I want to remind you guys is that 60-something% of everybody who's selling is also a buyer. They're also a buyer. So the inventory channel for product, for homes, is stuck. And that is what has been one of the major issues. Now, as rates come down, and again, just back to the rate cut from last couple of weeks, the rate cut that happened was short-term rates, and the mortgage market pretty much baked that in already. So we're not seeing any big dips in the long-term mortgage rates. And even when Fed does cut rates, it takes a while for that to come over to the mortgage market. It takes a while historically. One other big thing I want to say, and I'm going to show you guys something on my screen. Give me 1 second. All right. What I wanted to say is historically, prices go up after presidential elections. So I'm showing you a screen of, election years from 1992 to 2020. And historically, you see prices go up. Additionally, historically, when interest rates drop, prices go up. So it's tricky. We're not seeing any big shifts in the market. We're still seeing a buyer it's struggling for a buyer, especially a first-time home buyer. I have an opportunity for you. If you're a buyer, just text the word strategy comment the word strategy below, and we will hop on a call with you or a Zoom, and we will go over how to make you the best buyer and how to get you into a house. There are lots of creative things we're doing for our buyers, and I want to offer that to you as a buyer. If you are a home seller, wow, we have an amazing new ebook on our proprietary method called the Value Up Method, and we would love to share that ebook with you. So all you need to do is comment below Value Up, and we will send you our new ebook on how we help our homeowners win big time in this housing market. Okay. I'm so appreciative that you watch. Please hit the like button and share with somebody you know. I am Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group. I am coming to you representing my entire team of fabulous agents, and we cover all of northern New Jersey, including, of course, Tenafly, Demarest, Cresskill, Oradell, Saddle River, Woodcliff Lake, Hawthorne, and more. So reach out. We will just comment below, and we will be so happy to get on a one-on-one complimentary strategy session with you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Stay healthy, and I will see you next month. Bye.